flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He is so excited to lead his team out onto this field where he was a player himself. He has waited his turn. It is a full circle moment for him. And he said, I cannot wait to be the head coach and be the leader that I had when I was a player. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Florida's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Picks up the first down. He's loose down the middle. The 20. And he scores! Touchdown Bulldogs!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Jones wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
The Gators line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Kick is in the air. all the way back to his 5-yard line. Made a defender miss. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. And they're not on the same page there. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pass down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Handoff for Frazier. Nice move there. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to run for it. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The give, running right, it's Frazier. Can't get him to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. And the Dogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've
got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football. Make sure you get them on the ground.
Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first ball left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Solid pickup of full 2nd and 6. Just going to keep it after the snap. Makes it past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. Right there, man. The guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They came out and jumped on the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They'll try to open it. Taking it in the end zone here. He's got him in the flat. Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gator! Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet. Back into it and get some momentum going.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. And no chance at a return at their own 25. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great catching the ball, making a big play.
Handoff, Jaden.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they're sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get... They've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be... This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver legally. Beautiful job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's open on the right. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything. The offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. They get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
There's some room. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Lining up for the... And with the extra point out a little further. They took it 71 yards down the field. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. From the gun to Gibb, looking for room. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jones to throw. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. A run for the quarterback. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the big fella down. He is down at the 1. A terrific run.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be points on the board before the break. Marches ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Florida.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Tar Heels with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Finding some room. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Right back to the well. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low, and the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Handoff for Ball. No. Bring up 2nd and 10.
This is one of the defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Jones wants to throw it. A little release to the back. Turning it on. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome by this defense. Good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Accepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Hey guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. Frazier again. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose. And
well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the back had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Pick it up through the air. Got room at the 35. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure coming. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Gators in the hurry up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Jones to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. Lots of room to run. He's showing it all. The juice, the chest moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Like comeback is underway.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to pass, it's Stockton. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Here's a give to Frazier. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win.
That's reeled in. It's Singleton. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Jones wants to throw it. Hauls it in. Runs through a man. He might have space. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. He might have expected first down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side, and they're able to make the tackle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Again. Hands, it's Singleton. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find...
Could be an alley. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Still looking on the move. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Man, what a way to kick off this season. Great neutral site, battle right down to the wire. Using his feet. And they're able to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy. Be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme to get him out in more space.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's fourth and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They go to the counter, and the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Handoff for Frazier. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. This drive will open from the 15. Jones to throw. Fakes to grab. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
You know, in a 2-minute situation like this, you've got to find your best players on the field. When you've got one of the best wide receivers in the game, that's the guy that you need to be thrown to as often as possible in a 2-minute situation late trailing.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Lost to throw again. He's got him this time.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this 1st down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
Calls his own number. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert and keep this drive going. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste.
The most important thing running the ball there on 4th down is you get the first, the game clock stops for a second. You still have 1 timeout in your back pocket that you've got to be able to use here, trailing late to win this game.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. takes it the other way.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing. And everybody, QB, what a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.